안녕하세요. Coach Mike here.
Hi, my name is Nir Eyal.
Dr. Tom O'Brien.
And I'm thrilled to
Answer some questions for you.
Thank you so much.
안녕하세요. Hello, I'm Aryeli, author of Chutzpah, how we call it in Hebrew. Welcome to my home in Tel Aviv, Israel. I want to thank you for reading my book. And I want to send a special thank to the book club of Thinkubation for asking their readers to send me specific questions and thoughts they've had after reading Chutzpah. Another question I got is about COVID-19. I'm curious, how is Israel dealing with school or military group life with COVID-19? We actually change the way we react to the pandemic on a daily basis, or definitely on a weekly basis. Because it's all about flexibility and adaptivity. How do you adapt, either as an individual, as an organization, as a family, as a community, as a country, as an economy? How do you adapt to changing circumstances? The more rigid you are, the less flexible you are, the more chances that something will break. The more flexible you are, think of an elastic element which is capable of adapting and reacting to the changing reality around it. And this is what we see in Israel. We are capable, again, as individuals, as families, to adhere to changing circumstances, to changing decisions, almost on a daily basis, assuming those are the right decisions. Now, are they the right decisions? Nobody really knows. But we have trust in our capability to evolve and adapt and change and not be strict to a specific decision or a specific idea or a specific thought just because it was decided before. Here's a question that I admit is my favorite. Honestly, the vertical structure in Korea culture is rooted so deeply that it is difficult to apply the chutzpah spirit realistically. Could you explain what efforts individuals, companies, and societies must make in order to establish a horizontal culture? Thank you very much for this question, because this is what the book Chutzpah is all about. Yes, this book tells the story of Israel and the chutzpahdik mindset that exists in Israel. But Israel is just an example. I actually believe that each and every one of you possess already the skills that are relevant for the future. I believe that chutzpah is actually a mindset that has a combination of skills, of capabilities that we just need to be aware of and practice. And those are the critical skills for anyone's future. I'm speaking all around the world, and I always get this question. In every country, it's not about Israel. It's about human beings. It's about our internal capabilities as human beings to be creative, to think independently, to work with other human beings, to be optimistic, to do, to act, to create. That's what it's all about. Now, each and every one of you have these elements embedded in them since you were a very young child. The big question is, are you aware of these capabilities? Or have you always been told that you need to put them in a box, okay, on the side? If you are aware of them, do you use them? Do you train them? Do you reinforce these capabilities? Or do you neglect them and choose to reinforce other strengths that you have? Everything, any capability that you have is important, but no individual is reliable only on one sole strength. It's all about creating like a pool of skills that we possess. So what I encourage you to do is to think about the chutzpah mindset and all these soft skills as part of your toolbox, your own personal toolbox. As parents, as members of a community, as young professionals in the businesses you work at, in academia, in government, definitely as citizens of South Korea, in anything you do, try to think, what are the right skills I should apply now? It's usually a combination of few, and in what way? Now, you know, in mathematics, we have formulas, we have equations that are always right, that are specific, but we also have weighted average equations, where the weight you give to each element within the equation changes the result. This is how I think of these skills. It's all about finding the right balance at the right moment for the right circumstance. And the way a startup should apply those skills, the way a startup should be creative and agile, is not the same way that, for example, Samsung would apply these skills. A startup, an early stage startup in Samsung, would apply the same skills in a different way. In the same manner, the way we apply these skills in Israel and the way we can apply them in Korea is different because we come from different cultures and our environment is different. And that's the secret, to find the right formula in each circumstances and not to try and replicate and have a one-size-fits-all formula into creativity. So with that, I'd like to say shalom, which is goodbye and peace in Hebrew. And more than anything, I encourage you to keep asking questions. Always ask questions. Others, but mostly yourself. Asking questions is the most important layer of the chutzpah mindset. Thank you very much. Enjoy the reading. And I hope to come and visit you soon. Bye-bye.